What up? What up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you had a good Thanksgiving. You celebrate that. Good time to get with family and whatnot. Um, I'm just gonna be here and play some stuff. We're relaxing, we're vibing today, Saturday. Um, so we're just having a good time. Hang out. That's pretty much it. Hopefully, some people will join us, but if not, it is what it is. Salute to all of my Patreon people supporting. And yeah, we're just gonna have a good time. We're getting into some music, man. Let's go. What up, Deja?
It's very easy. I have my own theory. Blow in one end, you move
Yeah. Kick it off with some Madhouse. What's up, Revolution 86? Come on. What up, Tracy? That's Prince right there. Hey. Also, we want to say happy belated birthday to D'Angela. Her birthday was yesterday. We just did a live stream this morning. A salute to her. We were talking about, actually, we were talking about the Purple Rain movie. And we were going through like the shooting schedule. And turn it down just a little bit. We'll get back to the music. Hold on, we'll get back to the music one second. This is my part right here. Okay. Oh man, thank you, man. Prince was cold on the drums, man. He was always in the pocket. And on the piano. It was always gig. This part's cold right here too. I do need to get Spike out there. I keep saying that. I gotta make that happen. 2024. Sense you got. Get him, Eric. What up, Claw? What's up, Robert Wilson? Dorothy, come on. I mean, he's just cutting up on everything. Mm. Yeah,
This is a business, and you ain't too far gone to see that yet.
man. One day they're going to put this out again, Madhouse, and one day it is going to get the praise and the props that it really should. And like people gonna bug out and they be like, "Yo, that's all Prince," except for the sax and all that. One day, man, that's gonna be the shit. Like when everybody gonna, be up on it, man. One day, we gonna keep highlighting Madhouse because that's dope, man. Like what artists that got their own regular albums banging, already hitting, and then can just knock out something like that and it be on its own is dope. But it's just like no people don't really talk about it. But anyway, what I was saying earlier, we were talking about Purple Rain, and we're talking about the shooting, you know, and we've seen this movie, man. We've seen this movie thousands of times, fans and stuff. But when I was seeing it in the stream, I really think about that movie. I'm gonna watch it again with a different lens, in a lens of like, understanding who wrote the movie. Was Albert Magnolia, if I'm saying his name right? Magnolia. Y'all can correct me in the chat. And it seemed like he sort of observed Prince in the camp and what was going on, and sort of like here's his interpretation in a sense of what it is. Hopefully, you said the screen is froze. Hopefully, that's not for everybody. If it is, you can always go to one of the other options down below, uh, particularly Twitch. But anyway, hopefully, we're still going. Let me know if we're still still going good here in the chat. But what I was saying is, watching it with the lens of the interpretation of this is what this man, this is how he saw uh, Prince. Says not frozen. Okay, good. We're just gonna keep rolling. Maybe you got to refresh. His interpretation of the camp, his interpretation of William Blim. Okay, also wrote the script. It's their interpretation of sort of what they saw from Prince and the camp. Some of the relationships. But what's interesting for me is I started thinking because I was saying on the chat, I was like, in the way that they presented the dad and the mom, it's kind of like, looking at it now, it was kind of whack to me. Like it's like they got the dad, the black father looking crazy. They got that relationship looking crazy. In a lot of sense, they got the kid looking crazy. If you really think about like the things that he was doing. Now, again, it's not to say, there's supposed to be conflict and things going on in movies. That's or in stories. That's a part of storytelling. I get that. But I'm just saying, I'm watching it now, looking at it like, well, this is probably how they saw these people at this time. Was a lot of dysfunction. Looking at how the Morris Day is sort of presented, you know, and it sort of is in line with the way Morris's caricature is from the records, uh, and just how they, even just Morris and Jerome's sort of interpretation with the ladies. You know, even Prince's uh, interaction with women in that movie, or the kid, I should say, uh, and the things going on between Apollonia and Billy, Billy's presentation in it. Uh, I'm not trying to say it's just funny, because I want to watch it now, looking like they made a very dark take on these people. And what's interesting is that, as far as dark as sort of the movie kind of is, realizing that they cut out some of the real crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of other things that we don't see in the actual release version that you can read in the early script, and maybe even some of the stuff that they did shoot. It's just interesting how they were all so presented. It was just a lot of mess. But the shining part about it is Prince's music and just his persona, Morrison, them, just who they are as people, sort of shines over all of that stuff. So you kind of don't even notice that there's a lot of craziness going on with these characters, because we are so enamored, and we so in love, and we want to see them triumph. We want to see Prince win, or we want to see the kid win, and he kind of does. It almost feels like they've made the movie, sort of cut the movie to just show him kind of winning at the end, but you can see through the montages and kind of behind the scenes that there was a lot of darkness going on with this story and these characters. Um, But because, it came at a time in real time where Prince was ascending to the highest points, right? And we loved it. We wanted him to ascend, because he's so talented and he's so special and brilliant. We kind of like didn't really, we played off the foolishness for laughs, or some of the darker stuff. You just kind of shoved it because the music came so quickly, and the music was so brilliant. It's just like, oh. But yeah, you look at that movie. So I'm gonna go back and look at it in the sense, like, these were some people that really were not of the culture. You can take that how you want to. This was their interpretation of our people. When I say our people, black people, and for black people that's in that movie, going along with that to a degree, because that was the kind of the style back then. We kind of presented ourselves in a certain way, even if we didn't write it. Uh, so it's just, and I'm not shitting on Purple Rain. Brilliant movie. I just think that it's interesting now, looking back at it 30 some odd years later, right? And I can look at it from a different mindset. I can see it in a different way. Uh, and it's a telling, in some ways, it's kind of telling of the times that it was shot in, and where we were in cinema, and our representation, how we present it, how we present ourselves. And you can see how it, what comes after that. You know, that was an important black movie at the time, because we didn't really have a lot of black movies at that particular time. And that kind of reunited it. That was after the 70s and all those movies, black exploitation. This movie, you can kinda look at some of the image, even some of the imagery of the way it was marketed, sort of calls back to imagery of Superfly and certain things, the way he's positioned on the cover and all that kind of stuff. You can see how they would probably be thinking, like, that could call back. You like that? Here's the newer version, the younger dude. This is a new thing. Uh, and so it made me think too. I remember they were saying that at one time they had approached Richard Pryor and what's my man's name? Y'all can tell me in the chat. Um, was a football player, became really big in movies. His name is at the tip of my tongue, and I'm so sorry. Ah, it was his production company. I think they had a joint company, or Richard Pryor and this other dude that I just can't think of right now. But they had originally approached them to produce Purple Rain. Jim Brown. Jim Brown. Yes, Jim Brown. You can find the stories out there where Prentice Management uh, went to Jim Brown and his people, Richard Pryor's company, to have them produce Purple Rain. Imagine what Purple Rain would have been like in the hands of black people like that. And it's just interesting. Um, but yeah, so it makes me think, yeah, Purple Rain is a dope movie. But if you really just kind of look at everything surrounding it, it makes sense why it was the way it was. And what's interesting, something we could play it off is when you look at Graffiti Bridge and the way that those characters are presented there, and it's supposed to be the same characters. It's almost they took it out of the foolishness sort of realm. Morris's character still has a little bit of that, but the overall like sort of presentation is like, "Nah, I want some spiritual stuff. Like I've elevated from that. So I'm not gonna give you, you know, Purple Rain, Boys in the Hood, damn near the hood version. I'm on some other stuff." Now you can argue the end result of how that movie turned out, but I'm talking about sort of the spirit behind it and the tone and the attempt of how he wanted to present himself. They're very different in some sense from Purple Rain, even though it's the same characters supposedly in the same thing. But anyway, it's just something to think about. Watch that movie again, and you know, you're already a Prince fan. You already know it's great. You already love the music. Start watching it now, like, man, okay, they wrote it like this for a reason. It's presented this way for a reason. These characters are seen like this for a very specific reason. Um, the way the kid responds to things very specific. The way what the dad is saying is very the way they present the father and the mother is very specific. Why? The way they present Morris in them, very specific. When they come around that corner, the bitches are okay with, you know, it's very specific that they throw a white woman in that trash can. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. Uh, do you think the misogyny depicted? Well, I think back then, I don't know if people saw it as misogyny. That was, sadly, there was a lot of things that you saw back then you wouldn't play today. Um, so I don't, and I chalk it up with just a lack of knowledge, a lack of wisdom. As you get older, hopefully you learn different things and you realize, hey, nah, that's not me no more. And Prince was great at that, right? You just look at his career; he was great. Okay, what I did back then, I'm not doing today. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kill that in the show. Like he's done that a couple of times throughout his career. Like Love Sexy Tour was all about like, yo, I'm gonna give you the first half, I'm gonna give you all that you know of me and how I got here. And then the second half, Love Sexy style, I'm not, I'm on some other stuff. I'm on my spirituality, we elevated. So I'm gonna give you what you came here for because I'm gonna give you some food to eat. But then once I get you in, I'm gonna give you some knowledge, or at least where I'm at, my spirit's at this particular time. You see that again now. We had the contract thing into it, but with the name change and some of the stuff, like okay, cool. People went changing some of the words in the songs, and people had problems with that. Why are you changing the words in the song? Well, I guess because I wrote it, so I can do what the hell I want to do. That's not where my head's at no more. We was the song "The Cross" and turns it into the Christ. We don't have to like it, but I'm just saying, like he made a point to let you know this what I'm on. I'm not on that. I ain't doing that. 23 scriptures in a one night stand. It is what that's what somebody who mind is constantly evolving, you know. And I love that. Even if I thought at the time, what is he doing? Looking back at now, yo, dude was evolving. He was an adult. He was a grown person. He ain't supposed to have the same mentality he had back in 82 or 88 for that matter. He's on something else. Now, I'm here to watch the journey. So that's kind of what I love. That's one thing I love about Prince. I was here to watch the journey, man, and see where he was going to go. It might not be where I'm at, but it's interesting to watch somebody pivot to this, pivot to that. Not only was he pivoting with this fashion and the looks, he was pivoting with the mindset, the ideology. You see what I'm saying? Um, and that's dope, man. Rainbow Children, pivot. Well, I don't like him. Okay, well, it ain't about what you like. I want to hear what he doing, and let me catch up. Man, I might catch it later. But he giving, oh, wow. So it makes it more fascinating. Like, okay, yeah, he's on some other stuff. I might get that years later. You might catch him like, oh, I kind of see what he was doing. You know what? I get it. Okay. Wow. When you look back, I didn't really understand why he was doing it. You can look at the Diamonds and Pearls, the box set in here. When I hear the hip hop and all that, wasn't really feeling that back then, kind of from him. Listening now, I get it. I was like, you know what? After he done been in the game for so long, here come this other wave. Here comes something else spectacular that black folks done created. You can't you can't not be a part of it, right? Because that's us. We the innovate. So, and he was the innovator. So of course he's supposed to be like, you know what? Even the teacher can take a lesson from the youth. And let me see what's okay. Let me stop listening to what the them people who run the industry think about this art form, and let me understand why it came from the bottom and then rose up. So it must be some more to it than the way they would probably be, the way he might have heard about, the rappers probably. Now it was a lot deeper than that. And he got that. He finally got me. Okay, you know what? Yeah, this us. It's not incorporating rap and all that. It was staying on code with our culture. That you were part of this. Prince ain't separate from us. He was us. He is us. And that music, and he was music. He was black music. He was all music, and all music was black music. That's fine. So yeah, man. When you start to think about it like that, that's what I'm saying. I get it. I was tripping. We was trying to separate our stuff. Nah, he's like, you know what? Put the rapper on the stage with me. How about that? I'm learning. They're bringing in the youth and the culture, and then he kind of does that for the rest of his whole thing. The teacher bringing in the youth, the new blood to keep it, yeah, okay, we give and take. Man, anyway, I feel like I'm kind of rambling. Get back to some of that good stuff. Let's just get right into something, man. Let's go.
Phone rings, they keep calling. She wants me to the crib. Say conversation better than being loving. So I try my best to ad lib. I tell a joke about the woman, the lover. Why is your organ so small? I reply, no, I was
know love so sweet. Still I keep it waiting. Help me.
Yeah.
Boys left and right up. Well. Organ man, think he understand. Jamming on a Saturday morning.
You already know.
We're waking the Reverend up. My Angelo, coffee.
You ever catch that he says Maya Angelou called for you or something? I always wondered what that was about.
Tell me what you got to say. Now get y'all clapping your hands. Chocolate children still frighten me. Is my character enough to be? One that deserves a copy made. It's not one day I hope to see. Still I keep her down. I am like the sister. And she just too proud to say.
Say what?
That fate brought us together. And this is where she wants to stay. This is where she wants to be. I am what she wants to see. Never know love so sweet.
Listen.
Still I keep it. Still I keep it. Still I keep it. Still I keep it.
Oh yeah. Let's get ready. Saturday. Purple Saturday. Hey, what y'all know about this one right here? This is my man was on this Larry Black. Hey.
Your face on my ceiling. I stare at it all the time.
Say what?
I imagine myself inside your bedroom. Oh, I imagine myself in the sky. You are the reason that fate in my bones. Oh, you are the reason I'm high. Ow.
I ain't trying to hate, but that is kind of wild. Lord. Really, I'm listening to Jada's book now. I haven't gotten to that part. She does mention him earlier in the book. I think she said that was the first record she ever bought was a Prince record. But I gotta check that part out.
Never been one for the sting session. Keep your eyes on my hip. Ow. The circles I make will be my confession. Say the word and I'll spell. on the planet Mars. Then when I wake up, I'm all covered in stress. I just go somewhere between movies and stars. Please don't look at me, girl, or I will flex. You can die with just 10 feet closer, then I make you understand. That everything I want to do to your body, baby, I'll put you into your head. Then you reach into the deep rush. Deeper than a woman's space. Every other thing with the rush. Cause you make it into the space.
You know what? That's a good question. But then it just goes back to, again, what I'm saying. Like, Prince was great at bringing in some cats who really understood that, stuff. And like, yo, come on, mess with my stuff, man. Add that juice to my stuff. So I love that, man. He was not above, like I said, bringing in the youth and giving them some game and some good funk.
If you ever give me some of that funky stuff.
Say what? That Sugarfoot, yeah. And somebody in the chat, tell me what's the name of this young lady that's rapping on this, or the Crooked Letter? They got a whole little EP album, her and Prince. I don't think that really came out, but it's kind of dope, actually.
Then we can get to the deeper than the boom of the bass. Every other thing goes up, we get.
This is the Space Funky Stuff remix. Poet 99, yeah, there you go. Poet 99. Yeah. I only I think it might have been last year where I stumbled across, it's on YouTube. I don't know if it's like 4 or 5 songs. I assume it's Prince or whoever producing it. I mean, you can hear he's pulling a lot of that and sampling it in his stuff. Who says that now? It's that chick on P Valley. Funny enough. Well, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. This was like if Prince would have came out on Death Row or something. 6-4. Hitting on Switch. Hey. They had like DOC and Dr. Dre sitting on the passenger seat in the back.
When that day turns into the last day of all time.
Hey.
I can say, I hope that you are in these of your mind. In these of the mind. When the night falls before that day, I will cry. I will cry.
I guess Tupac or something. West Side. Say what?
Could you be?
It would have been like a video. Prince would have been like at a house party or something. He'd have been hollering at somebody.
night. I go through days when I can't go out. I can try, ooh, but when I do, I see you, baby. Love is all.
Listen to like his background harmonies he's doing.
I could bow and give proud of life. This power, power. Oh, you got the power. Could you be? Hey, could you be now? Yeah. The most beautiful girl in the world. Could you be? Could you be? Could you be the same? Hey, you're the reason that God made a girl. Stalking for one by one from the sky. Baby, all I know about you and I.
Hilarious.
Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? So beautiful, beautiful. It's plain to see. You're the reason that God made a girl.
Yeah, this is cold, man.
Wait a minute. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world?
Yeah.
Before I break, baby,
Talk your shit,
I
Prince.
just want to let you know that whatever I do, whoever I'm with, wherever I go, you're the only one that moves me through summer rain or winter snow. You're the one that gives me courage to open up any door. I'm floored every time you smile at me, every time, and oh, when I get your kisses, all I'm doing is wishing for some more. I just want to make money so I can give it all to you, honey. Thinking about buying a boat
I like this part right here.
so you and me can be swept away. If I'm with you, I don't care if I never see another day in this life or the next. You're the beginning, middle, and the end. And put the X in sex, you baby. Honey, I never want to see you cry. You're too bad for hell, too good to let heaven raise you in your mind. I got a break for now, but I'll be back, so you be good and keep it warm for me. 'Cause you're the reason that God made a girl. The most beautiful girl in the world.
Man, that's just the remake. Like, yeah, we said keep it warm. He was hollering, all smoothed out. You know what I'm saying? Here's a baby girl. You know what I'm saying? I'll get with you later. You feel me? But yeah, that's Prince. That's at his finest. That's like the '90s, killing him. killing them. That's when he went independent. They let him go independent on that joint, put it out himself, blew up. My man said, I'm doing every remix possible on this joint to get this bag. You feel me? I ain't mad at him. He killed, man. Prince killed it, man. He killed him. And that was, I mean, that was a dope time because his name changed and he was like, he was on Warner Brothers Records, but they allowed him to do a song independent and he blew up and he showed them like, yo, I can do this. Like, are you kidding? Let me get about this deal. I mean, that's a big thing actually to everybody, to show everybody like, yo, even the most pop mainstream artist that's a part of the machine, been a part of the machine, can go independent and still change the name and still kill them. Yeah, man. Prince was a cold cat. I'm gonna change it up here a little bit. We're gonna keep it Minneapolis, but we're gonna change it up.
I've got my Cadillac.
Yeah, this is a Jesse.
If you feel like you're down all the time, don't be afraid, baby, cause time is on your side. You just might think that you've gone crazy, and your mama tells you, boy, you're lazy. Sometimes you think you will, for the sake of a thrill, jump into your Cadillac, but highway you must fail. Your woman calls, it's time to turn her on. Your stereo chips to overload, gotta get your
Come on now.
going, babe. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, dog. Drive your Cadillac. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, dog. I'm gonna do it. Drive your Cadillac. If you feel like you got trouble in this world,
Jesse was on Prince's neck, though. Minneapolis Funk.
You don't need to drive it much cause the bus runs every week. You don't need a house, you don't need nowhere to eat, you don't need nowhere to sleep. You got leather seats, what more do you think you need? Recline to the backseat, baby.
And this is a B-side.
I know you think that I'm some kind of fool, but let me tell you, baby, when you started,
Come on.
got the phone. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, y'all. I'm gonna do it. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, y'all. Good God. And you just maybe a Porsche Ferrari. You got the cool.
Is that like Sue-Ann?
It ain't my cup of tea. You wanna cruise and float? A yacht is the place to be. Cadillac, cash, and credit cards. I've got just what you need. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, y'all. I'm gonna do it. Wanna thank you, baby.
The song is Drive Yo Cadillac.
I'm gonna do it now. I don't carry no headaches, baby, just a hand of gas card. I don't need no dog, no condo, just a nice place to park. I love Hawaiian cause I never look over my shoulder. I'm just crazy, easy going, baby, and they don't come in the kosher.
Say what?
Gotta have a new, flashy, shiny Cadillac. If I mind drinking gas, gotta keep the money cash. But no love for money, baby, I'm pushing on the side. Gotta keep you running, cause girl, you drive me wild, yeah. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up, dog, I'm gonna do it. Wanna thank you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. Sing it up now, I'm gonna do it now.
Yes,
Wanna
it
thank
is.
you, baby, but let me drive my Cadillac. I wanna do right, I do now. I wanna thank you, baby. Let me drive my Cadillac. What I wanna do right now.
This is my part right here.
God. but you know what? It's Friday, baby. I got my shit out the cleaners and things, you know. And, I got a full tank of gas, baby. It's just been polished and waxed. And can't nobody tell me a motherfucking thing. Good God. Everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man, I miss this kind of shit. Man, Jesse motherfucking Johnson. I used to have that. I had that on a cassette. This is back when the cassette tapes. You had the Walkman. I used to ride the bus all the time, through the city. And I would just have. That's all I'd be listening to. Stuff like this, man. Riding through Seattle. Sitting in the back of the bus, jamming. Going halfway across the city and back. They had nothing else to do. But just listen to music on the Walkman, jamming. Going to the record store, halfway across town, then riding back. Basically, go get something and then play it on the way back. You know what I'm saying? And just listen to it over and over. Yeah, man, music was so much a part of, at least for me, it was such a part of my life back then. Like that was just what wasn't. You didn't watch TV, wasn't no internet, so you just listen to music like all the time. It's a lot different. I mean, you listen to the music and you memorize it. Like you memorize the songs, memorize every inflection in the vocals, memorizing the little notes that they was playing. And whenever they, start to kind of go off and jam a little, memorize all them little bits and pieces of the song, man. That's how I got into it. Like, that's what I would do. Just play it over. Or if I'm at home and I just let it play. And I used to do painting and stuff back then. I used to round the world in a day, all that stuff, man. It's just like becomes a part of your psyche or something. That's why, it's so important what you take in, you know. Yeah, imprinted in your DNA, of course, exactly. Like, and if you start listening to it every day, damn near all day. So imagine you taking in all of this stuff, you know, the words. And you sometimes you start to figure out what it is they are actually talking about, you know. I think it was like for me, probably, this don't sound funny. I don't think it was until maybe a little bit after Sign of the Times came out and then going into Love Sexy where I really started dissecting what Prince was saying in the records. It's like I knew the words and stuff, but I wasn't, it were just it were just sounds to say because it was a part of the music and it just, the harmonies or whatever his voice, it just sounded so great. But I wasn't necessarily detailed in determining what he was saying. And I think it was like a little bit after Sign of Times. I had the record, I would play it. And I was like, "Hey, you know what? If I was your girlfriend," I was just saying the words. I didn't know it, but once I started really, I was like, "Yo, this is interesting." Like, okay. And then when, like I said, when Love Sexy came out, I really listening to what he was saying. And I was like, yo, this is like it's a manifesto. Like this is actually a move. And then he had been doing that in his records as I go back and listen to it. But it was like I was really just taken by I was like, this man, he's like kind of making a stand about something like, it's like this is something deeper than I just thought these were just great sounding records. No smack in my brain. I was like, what? Wait, what? I was just like, man, okay, that's probably when I really just like it was like something, a light went off. I was like, whoa, he's talking about some stuff. And I just go back as I listen to the old records and start listening to them deeply into the words. It's like, wow, okay. Another one I think I got into it after the fact was like Dirty Mind. And I was like, oh, this is not just some jamming record. Like, this is like a movement. Like, you know what I mean? Like, new breed. That wasn't controversy, but just all of that type of stuff. I was like, oh, this is like a whole, in its own way, was political unto itself. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, this dude is actually way deeper than what this movie, Purple Rain, and everything I've listened to alluded to. Like, I didn't really understand. But then once you click, it's like, okay, no turning back. I'm loving it all. Somebody mentioned this in the thing, and I'm gonna play this one too, because this song was one of his deeper songs for me personally, because he's really speaking about how the media and the industry portrayed or saw him based off of something that happened. He addresses it in this song. I think he does it so dope. I would love to see. I would blow my mind if there was like a video or a performance of this song. Anyway, let me just get into it.
Hello.
And if the stream goes down, you can always go watch it on Twitch, which is scrolling below, in case you didn't know. Listen to this record. That shit's cold. I can just see him like kind of walking on stage. He's like, ah. What? Say what? We're against hungry children. We're going back to that.
I eat what I want. Don't get told. Anything, I'm happy. Moderation, sure.
Listen what he said.
We're against hungry children. Our breakfast stands tall. There's just as much hunger here at home. We'll do what we can and don't try to understand. Now that is what we'll grow. And the child misunderstood will go. Hello.
Almost like he wanted to put a middle finger. I'm like, hello.
Hello. Everybody wants to
Cut him. Say what?
I know my thought got above and would never try to hurt you, despite all the ways you try to hurt me. Call me a fraud, an uncaring wretch, but I'm an artist, and my only aim is to please. Please you and yours, myself and mine. Isn't life good enough without cruel words? Cruel words. See, words are like shoes, they're just something to stand on. I wish you could be in my shoes. But they're probably so high you'd fall off and die. For you, words are definitely not shoes. They're weapons and tools of destruction, and your time is boring unless you're putting something down. What would life be if we believed what we read and smiles just hiding the frown? Come now, isn't life a little better with a pair of good shoes?
Killed that, man. That was the B side. That was sort of the answer to the USA for Africa. We Are the World sessions night. Of course, that was the night. I think Prince had, was it after the Grammys or the American Music Awards? Prince had won. He was out in the town with his partners. You see, call them my bodyguards, but I call them my friends. And you see, you hear the dude try to bogart, get inside a Prince's car and take pictures. Come on, Prince, give us a smile, eh? That accident ain't by mistake. You know what I'm saying? And Prince's friends had to do some straightening. You know what I'm saying? Get them right. Get them up out of here. That kind of blew up into a whole little thing in the news. Low key, high key. I think that was kind of was the AMAs, American Music Awards. That was like kind of where the game kind of blackballed Prince a little bit off of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't playing by the rules. You know, um, and Prince addressed that on record. You know what I'm saying? Hello, what my man said. Our rep stands tall. We're against hungry children, but niggas is just as much hunger going on here at home. You feel me? Like we're trying to take care of the babies here. What you talking about? You dig? So I love that record, man. I remember back then. I mean, that came, was that the B side to Raspberry Beret? I think. Uh, but yeah, I see. Yeah, you say, but Mr. Jackson and Quincy. Oh, listen, I'm sure they did. But I also say that I super salute We Are the World. I think We Are the World is phenomenal. It's interesting if you look at look up these reaction videos of the kids today, them watching it. It's a very interesting how they take it. They're like, whoa, a lot of them be crying watching it because they're not used to seeing, all of the people that's in the game together. And now they look at all those people as legends. And I think too, the message behind that song is such like you never gonna hear nothing like that today. You barely heard it back then. And the fact that everybody was united, that's a powerful thing. I don't, and that's my opinion. I think it's even more powerful when I watch it now. I'm like, wow, can you imagine like everybody got together to do this song for a cause and what they, and just the frequency of it and what they're talking about. Yeah, we need that. Prince did his own way of it, absolutely. But I look at it now. It would have been. Y'all can hate me for that. I wish Prince was there actually, just for the because it's bigger than him. It's bigger than Michael. Bigger than it was the unity of seeing that. It was the again. Uh, you have people like Ray Charles, Harry Belafonte, Stevie Wonder. You got the real legends, the teachers, the ones that made it so live cats can have be in the game. If they can be there, you dig? You would have liked to see the young person that carried the torch, even if he didn't do nothing on the record. Just like Sheila was just in the crowd too, because I just think it's that important to be like, you know what, we united. Damn, uh, the individual uh shine or who's in charge. It was just bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hold nothing against Prince, but I just do wish like he could have been at least just been in there just to show the solidarity uh of what that moment was. But it's all good. It stands on its own, and Hello stands on its own. Prince gave a song to that project as well. You see what I'm saying? Um, but it is what it is. I think the spirit behind them recording it versus everything else is two different things, you know. But I can understand. But I also can understand how intimidating that could have possibly been, you know, especially if you're a prince and you're the new guy, and it's your time, you dig, and you got these people in here, Michael Jackson casts a big light, Lionel Richie, Quincy, you know what I'm saying? What you say, Marcus? It's like, what about those who weren't invited? Well, if you weren't invited, you just wasn't. It's for the upper echelon. You feel me? Uh, but uh, yeah, it's the upper echelon cats. Everyone who the biggest cats of that time was there. You know, but at the end of the day, the song did what it's supposed to do, and it still resonates to this day. Like I said, when you go look at the kids watching it today, there's a reason why they're crying. They ain't crying because they think it's whack. So, well, I don't know the story about Madonna. You feel me? Don't know the story. I don't know if she turned it away. That ain't a part of this. It ain't. I don't know that story. You have to hit us up to that. We say, Dorothy. Yeah, Michael. At the time, I felt that way too, but that was his choice. Yeah, it's always a choice. You see what I'm saying? Um, but Big Sexy in the chat. Was it Kim Carn? I don't even know who that is, sir. You have to take that up with Quincy. But salute to you. We're gonna keep rolling. We got a few more. We're gonna do. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm about to go outside of the Minneapolis because I want to. These are my boys, and I just love the song, and I love how the song makes me feel. That's why I'm playing. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Gill. Going to church.
Johnny, Ronnie, Rick and Mike, Ralph, Bobby G. Yeah.
You know, JG.
Oh, word to
Yeah. A little BBD in your life. But this is the BBD song where New Edition all came together and was on the song, even with Bobby.
People come, people go. In this business, you never,
King and Queen,
never
we'll see you, man. Have a good holiday, sir.
Some are good, some are bad. You know we got what no one ever had. Oh, and the time will come when we will be as one. Gonna be like John's, yeah. And nobody knows how we really feel. They don't know the deal. Get back. We've got to put this back together. Get right back and send our word to the mother. Get back, right back where we started from. Get right back and send our word to the mother.
It's this one.
Times are getting kinda hard on the boulevard. Brothers and sisters being slaved and scarred. Girlies in the halls, biting the ball nut. Pushing man, for losing the loot. Get to know the Johnson, he will shoot. He pulled the trade cause he figured he could be a bigger nigga in the projects you see. So fill the Bozak. Yo, Rick, come easy.
Such the 90s, man. I thought about this. There's actually a very specific place to do this here.
We are one, breaking news. Oh, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny too.
Yes, they are.
It ain't nothing but a thing that we're gonna do. Everybody's always talking about the interview. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, 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 hey. Come on.
Listen.
It's poison, don't be cruel. It's my prerogative to do what I gotta do. Have a little sensitivity. Do me, baby.
King,
I wanna
Queen,
get
thank
rubbed
you.
the right way, so what you gotta say? Oh no, she's a candy girl, living in a half crazy world. That's the way I'm living, girl. Now every little step I take is another any heartbreak. My.
Get back. We got to put this thing together. Get right back and sing our words to the mother. Get back, bringing it right back where we started from. Get right back.
Thank you, King
Our word to
and Queen.
the mother. Get back. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back to the mother. Get right back. Hey.
It's bound to go down. Lost bips never found.
Trips through the graveyard to come and think of B-Town.
Smugglers, pimps, pocket pickers, punks, and troublemakers.
Big executive button pushers and drink shakers.
Crackheads, avid babies, futures hazy. I don't know, shit crazy.
All I can do is turn the heat up to beat all odds.
Bobby
Keep it
Brown
crazy
and
while
Ralph
the
rapping?
beat up and eat up.
Suckers looking for a kill. First blood's got a spill. Light 'em up with a Mac 10, and that's facing.
Check the scene with the green pepper, but they keep stepping like
Like two brothers, word to the mother.
You can see the influence of Straight Outta Compton and all that. Bomb Squad.
The time will come. You will be as one. Gonna be like just
Marquise, man, thank you so much.
Nobody
Appreciate you.
knows how we really feel. They don't know the deal.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, word to the mother. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, word to the mother.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, y'all. Hey,
I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely.
everybody sing it.
Yeah, I got to go back. I remember I heard it back when it first came out. I need to go back and listen again. Fade it down, man. It's so funny to me that New Edition now is seen like when I was a kid, younger, and I used to see the groups like the Temptations, and I would, I knew who they were. I knew some of the bigger songs, but I always thought that those are older groups from my parents' generation. And it's funny, I get the feeling that New Edition now is seen like that to the younger people. And it's so funny because to me, I've always thought of them as just like y- kids in my age, but now, we are the older dudes. And I love that they're finally really getting the type of looks that they should have got, outside of us. They're getting that now. Like them doing the big giant tours now and doing the Vegas thing. I mean, they so much earned it and deserve it. You know, it's fantastic that they're still doing their thing and they're still on point. You know what I'm saying? The dance moves for the most part. Bobby's still trying to do his thing. Everything he done been through, the fact that he can still be up there. And salute to the gentleman Brooke Payne. You know, that's just that same kind of, the Joe Jackson, the drill sergeant, the person that's like holding you accountable, pushing men to be great. I love that, man. I love it. I love that they still do the thing. There's a really great interview with Johnny Gill on the R&B Money podcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts right now. It's Tank and Jay Valentine. You should definitely check that show out. But there's a great. They had Johnny Gill on there a couple weeks ago. Really good stories. Johnny Gill's hilarious, great storyteller, and just man, there's so much history. You listen to him talk about all the things he's been through and the people. It's great, man. It's great. Um, yeah, congrats to Ricky overcoming. Yeah, I mean these are men that have went through everything, man. Just like all of us have been through stuff in their life. They've been beefing with each other, but I love that. You know what? They kept the unity, even when they was doing multiple, splintered off. Still brought it back. Still together, even with all the individual stuff and the people in their ears, and still brought it back together. One of the only groups that still they broke up, but still always come back. They always come back, and they come back and do. They ain't even put no albums out, but they still dope. Like they stay on the road. The shows still be packed out. So I love it, man. Love it. Salute to New Edition. Um, we say a lot of boy band groups should pay homage. Absolutely. Even the newer K. Oh man, I think they do low key, but it would be great to see like you know. But yeah, man. And I'm not gonna even go down Bobby Brown route, but Bobby Brown is one of the coldest. Like Don't Be Cruel and the Bobby album. Stop it. The second Bobby album, I still bump. That's one of Teddy Riley's greatest works, man. Like, whew, dope, 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 dope. Let's go back to Prince for a second here.
Used to be the best of me. You were the only one. I watched you walk your life when all I did was run.
This one's called
Me
Stone.
on a throne, then left me all alone. Watch me turn to stone.
Yeah.
Sweet love a song is what we used to say. Songs from the book of love. We laughed at everything. We gave from day to day. We gave through night and day. Now who can say why cold was nothing left but stone.
Pause it for a second. What's the young lady's name? This is from the Emancipation era. Sister. Her and Prince ended up doing a few songs. I believe this was one of the songs that she wrote and kind of gave to him, and then he kind of put his spin on it, but he never put it out. But what's the other songs that I don't have it in front of me. Man. I should know this, but I'm getting old. I be forgetting. Somebody in the chat gonna know what I'm talking about. I recently just seen an interview with her. I think she was on some like Prince related podcast, and they were talking about her time with Prince. But I always loved this song. I should know her name. I just can't think of it right now. But this is one of the songs that they did together. And I always loved this song. I don't know if they ever will come out with it. But anyway. Yes, there you go. Sandra St. Victor, yes. Wasn't she in the Family Stand? Or am I getting it mixed up?
Of love is dangling somewhere. Should we cherish it and treat it with respect? Hanging around so long, there ain't nothing there. Sweet love a song, washed away the dirt. Song from the book of love that you got ever heard. We gave from May to May, we gave from night and day. Now who can say why cold? Nothing left but stone. Should we go our separate ways or give this one more try? What is it left to build on love's foundation lies? Oh, like we could work this out. Last time I checked, we're grown. Take your easy hand and place it on this heart of stone. To be loved, to be loving. Isn't it what you make it? Isn't it when two people get more than they take it? Isn't it when no woman deserves a savior and a man comes running with the only hand that can save her? As a special thing, without being told, she can feel the heat breathing in the nose, living, growing old, nothing left but stone. Stone, nothing left but stone.
Seems like we can work this out.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. So yeah, she was in the Family Stand. Ghetto Heaven. Okay. Yes. And she wrote Soul Sanctuary. That's it. That's it. Yeah. I wish they would have. Yeah. They did some good stuff together. Or I think Prince took her songs after she gave them to him and then threw his stuff on it. But always dope, man. She's super talented, and I love the Family Stand. Particularly, I'm actually a fan. I think it's their second album where they changed the singer. It was old girl who used to sing with Keith Sweat. Anyway, but yes, somebody said the song called Oh yeah, the Undertaker's dope. Undertaker's. I haven't listened to that in a minute. But yeah, Undertaker. That was a cold project right there. I remember that. I'm surprised they haven't put that out again as like a record store day type of thing or something. Because that was dope. That was dope. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get out of here in a minute, but I want to play this one too.
Sunset in the west this morning. I know, LA is calling. Bad news, Steve say. The people are talking. They say your kingdom is falling. They say you lost your fight.
Say you ain't hitting no more.
When another musician you hire. Little do they know you wouldn't pass go unless they could take you higher. Sunset in my heart this afternoon. For two friends of mine got stuck in the snow.
Jimmy and Terry.
And in uptown when it's alarming, oh, cocaine becomes charming. But you talk about things you don't know. I don't know. No matter how pleasant your past was.
This is one of Prince's coldest songs right here.
Green and white we turn to blue. You're happy as long as your last buzz. Then you think you want something new. Yeah. Sunset in my mind this evening. Someone said they would die for me. They sold some more pictures and all my little memories. Chump changes to unravel the mystery.
Shit, you can talk about the people doing auctions today.
Life is no fun without fantasy. Some things are better left unsaid.
Say what, Prince?
Some people are better left untrusted. Maybe it all makes sense when I'm dead. When I'm dead.
Say what?
Oh, say, get wild. Watch out, they'll kiss you till they get what you got, and they'll show you the friends that they're not. Old friends will say.
Man, that's one of the realest shit he ever wrote. I wish that it came out at that back at that time. This song, man, is biting. It's got that shade that Prince do. We didn't know he had in him. You obviously saw it back then. He put it on record. He was calling people out. You know, he went through the camp. You're talking about Jimmy Terry. You know, someone said the cocaine line was for Morris. Talking about Big Chick selling old pictures, talking crazy. You know, the managers. You lost your fire and all the talk was going on around him. Man, he was giving out some straightening, but he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't. I guess he was like, I don't want to put that kind of smoke out there. But man, that's such a old friends for sale. Like, yeah, man. Like I said, Prince, he'll write some stuff. Like, He'll have his regular stuff, but he can go in, it makes you think of like Mutiny or something. You took, did you get? Punk of the month. Like he'll go in on you. And at that particular period, I think when it was kind of like, and I'm just speculating, but that period, where the height of the revolution and then changing up a little bit and getting new people coming in and some of the old homies leaving. Yeah, he has stuff to get off his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like letting people know, I see you talking. Old friends for sale. Yeah, yeah. Of course, they put out an album years later where they put a version of that song on there. They titled it Old Friends. It don't have the same, it don't bite the same. They would have dropped that back in the day, because yeah, he was getting at people. And plus just the style of the song, it was so like, yo, it was like he advanced up, like, yo, he can do this. Like this don't sound like some Prince musically. This sound like, uh like some old 40s movie, you know, black and white, walking down the street, almost on some blues, and like they tried to call me out and said I wouldn't bow shit, but they don't know what, he was he was on that, man. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Shit, I think that was all I really had set to do today. I didn't really set to do anything. I just was just talking. You said sounds like his dad. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Kind of does have that flavor to it. Yeah, some James Cagney. Yeah, that's that old school. You know what I'm saying? That vibe when you was back in the day, you would turn on the TV on a Sunday on the old black and white movie, cold little movies, Beyond shit. That's what it got, that kind of vibe to it. Like I could see him doing it. Be black and white, like under the cherry moon. You know what I'm saying? And let me get at them. Let me get at these cats, man. People talking shit. I can see, for instance. Like, oh, you got okay. Yeah. You as good as your last buzz. Oh, my man. It's interesting that he ain't here no more. You got a song like that because it can still play today. Still play today. Probably why they won't be putting that song out. Lord. Well, with that said, I think we're about to bone up out of here and get on with the day. But I hope you guys are having good holidays. Everything's going good. You guys still listening to the Diamonds and Pearls Special Edition Deluxe? Y'all still listening? Still jamming? I'd be curious. I'm not gonna go all in, but I mean, you got stuff like Yep, yep.
Here we go. Table set, baby. Woo! Here we go. My oven is hot.
This actually might be my favorite song right now off of that. This reminds me of a lot of things, actually.
Hold it, friend. Hey, you.
many lines for you, baby.
Hey, you got to get ya. Hey, you got to get ya with ya. Hey, you should get this song. Hey, you. Hey, you.
I'd be like Andre 3000. I almost makes me think, was this song he was supposed to sing with some woman or something? And then the woman would sing this part? I love that. Like he used that little part from the song. To tighten up. Now tighten up on them and make it mellow. I love it. All right, I'm gonna just do two more. You have to indulge me. I just got hip to this album. I'm late, super late. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show up here. Get out of the frame. George Duke, Don't Let Go, classic joint, classic album. I know, but I really just started really deeply listening to this. And it was interesting. I think it was my man Kyle that may have put me up on this, but there's a video for the song Dookie Stick. And I'll play that. But Sheila E. is in the video. She's playing drums. She plays drums on this song. I guess she's on this album. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, I see. I see why the young Prince was on this, was on her. I see when you listen to this record, I can hear what he was sort of going into doing and what he's done. I just want to play. There's a couple songs I love from this record right now. Y'all have to indulge me on this. This one's Morning Sun. Yeah. This is like Morrison. Come on now. Hey.
I wanna see your face in the morning sun. I wanna have no doubts, baby, you're the one. Oh, I wanna be with you when we get through. I love the way I feel when love's brand new.
Listen.
Yes, I'll love you on a bright and shiny day, and I'll need you when my dreams begin to stray. More than ever, I want you more than a day, sharing my life. I know about the way. I see me and you at a barbecue. I see lots of people watching you. You dance around you everywhere. I just love your face and that's a natural high. Oh, I wanna make you happy and stay a while.
Yeah.
As long as I can, I wanna make you smile. I know I could be asking too much, but just can't shake that down there.
Take it to free.
Yes, I love you. On a bright shiny day, and I'll need you. When my dreams begin to stray, more than ever, I want you more than a friend, sharing my life. I know we'll find a way.
This is George Duke, man. Morning Sun. There's a deluxe edition of this album out. He says the B-side is crazy. This is what all these cats was on. I can see now how this is influencing cats. Say what? Come on now. Here comes my part right here. Old girl. Background vocals.
Yes, I love you. All the bright and shiny days. I need you. When my dreams begin to fade. Yes, I love you. All the bright and shiny days. And I need you. When my dreams begin to fade. Yes, I love you. All the bright and shiny days.
Love that. Here go they jam though right here. This is straight
Out at
Bootsy.
the bridge.
Which I'm confused. I don't know if Bootsy playing on this or they just
Y'all come on over
mimicking
here with
him on
us.
purpose, but this sounds
Wanna walk the
straight
water?
Bootsy, baby.
And if you ever should see a skunk shake his rump, tell him to come on over here for
Say
some.
what? And you go see this video. Sheila's in this video.
Now we got this stick that will set you free. All you got to do is take a closer walk with me. And we got this thing that's full of magic tricks. So come feel, if you will, the magic of the Dookie stick.
Play, mama.
Play, mama.
A weedy M.I.E. to smoke.
Dookie and your wookie, baby. I feel a thrill.
Funky in the double.
I've got this magic wand that's guaranteed to make you come to me, baby. To set yourself free.
Almost feel like
My magic wand can do almost anything. Spitting fire, make it rain. But most of all, it can make you spread your wings and fly away.
To me quick.
Let me know, Pepper. My mind is growing. Is that all?
When did this come out, man? This is 1978. couldn't imagine if I was really into music back then and this was out. This is crazy.
I'm ready for the snake.
Hey. And then to me, this goes right into this. Say what? All right, Seeley, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good one.
You hot. Let me do your love.
Prince is going off, man. This guitar is ridiculous. Crazy.
about to blow your mind. Can't you see? You and me. It sounds so nasty. Get it up, oh baby. Let your body drip.
Say what?
Let me take you on a trip. Can't you see? You're killing me. You're so freaky.
It's, man. How do you say it, Prince? The Full Force does this on one of their songs too. Prince is going off on this. Boom, boom, boom. Woo. Is that how they start the album? I just feel, imagine you were alive at a time when this was the new shit. This is when you get the record and there's the first, this they first album, and you drop the needle down. Boom, 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 boom. And it'd be like 6-7 minutes. That was a different time, man. Damn. Missed that. Like when it was just new. That's like, it'd be just 6 songs on there because it's too much, and it's like it's a highly explosive. Like you would just be like, rewind that back, you'd be like, whoa. And then, they have to give you a break. Isn't the next song like a slow song like that? Because you're done after, like, whew, whew. And then what's the next? Is it after high school is the next, maybe? And then when you flip that bad boy over, Cool comes on. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Um, I don't know how they did it. And this not even his main record. That's the crazy part. Don't even put his name on it. That's like you're gonna have some of the most illest stuff, and you don't even put your name on it, and you just put it out there. Like, yo, you got this. This is you. I want y'all. This is Morse. You're gonna be in front, and the album be blowing it out, like blow the party out. Prince was, man, crazy. It's crazy. Said I was gonna leave. We'll just keep rocking a little bit. Stuff I've played before. I'm just in that mode now. Man, you just walked into the rehearsal at the warehouse. Hold on, let me set the stage. I would love to see this. This would be, bear with me. They're finally doing the big budget Prince movie. And it picks up. Prince is already, moving into Purple Rain or something. And one of the lead characters, sort of for the audience character to be like brought in, the audience, the character that sort of has the audience's point of view. It's the new fictional manager or Alan Leeds type character. And they're like, okay, well, you just go in, they're in there rehearsing. And then you come in, you just hear this music, and the credits are kind of going up, like starring, da da da. And this is, and you're sitting in the audience watching this movie, like, oh shit, this is called High. You finally get to see whoever it is they got starring playing Prince, and they got it right. And they're like starting with this. And you're like, oh, okay. You get to see them in a different way. They jamming. about to get up out of here.
Guitars and drums. Everybody, horn. On the one.
All right, we about to get out of here, man. Woo. We had a good time today. It's fun. Working like a job. See you next time. Peace.